Welcome back to Project 613. We've been discussing the Torah's order of inheritance. The Torah tells us that if a person dies and doesn't have any sons, his daughters inherit in their place. And the Torah sets forth an entire order and method of who and how inherits the deceased estate. Now, what happens if a person wishes to divide his property, to divide his estate in a different way? Let's say a person doesn't necessarily want that his firstborn son should get a complete double portion. Is he violating a precept of the Torah by doing that? Or if he wants to include his daughters in his will? Well, the answer is that essentially anything that is left as an inheritance would have to follow the Torah's order, because the Torah sets forth an order of what should be done with an inheritance. However, there is no obligation on a person to leave an inheritance altogether. And what that means, therefore, is that should a person wish to gift some of his property or some of his estate while he is still alive to his children in any fashion that he wishes, or to anyone else that he wants, he is perfectly allowed to do that. And that is perfectly halachically acceptable. And therefore, when a person does prepare a will, they would often make it clear that certain amounts of their property be transferred not as an inheritance, but rather as a gift. And once something is being transferred as a gift, then it could be given as the person wishes. A person is free to gift whatever they wish. And for that price, a person doesn't have to leave a will whatsoever. There is no mitzvah on the person to leave any will at all. It's only that anything that is left in a will, that needs to be divided and distributed according to the way that the Torah says. It's for this reason that we find also that halachic authorities debate and discuss on who this mitzvah is actually given to. You see, a person cannot be obligated to do something after they pass away. And once a person is dead, they are not there anymore to divide up their estate. And that's why, according to many halachic authorities, this mitzvah is actually being given to the Bet Din, to the Jewish courts. It's their obligation to make sure that the will is divided up according to the way that the Torah says. But the person himself, it's not his obligation, because in fact, he never had an obligation to leave a will whatsoever. And this is the way that a person can choose to whom any of his property or any of his estate can go to without violating any of the mitzvot of the Torah, just by making sure that he is not leaving it as a will, rather he is gifting it to them while he is still alive. Have a wonderful, wonderful day.